Beep, beep. What is up, guys? My name is Sam World, and welcome to Deceiver, the Diva edition. Now, guys, and I finished the complete guide to master Diva. I got a lot of comments of people asking when the sound banks were coming for it. And while I had no plans of doing it, I thought, you know what? Let's give it a shot. So I made one for you guys. And of course, it's going to be the tech house one. That's the first one we do. From there, if it does good, or I see a lot of people want like a techno one and whatnot, I'll follow it up and do some cool ones for you guys. But if you're in the market for some tech house sounds for Diva and you want to support the channel, this is the best way to do it, guys. I'll leave the link in the description down below if you like the sounds you hear. And with that, let's get started. So for just the sake of not making a 25-minute video like I usually do, we're going to kind of just go over some of my favorite sounds in the pack, so you get an idea of what kind of sounds you're going to find. Now, whenever I work on a pack, guys, as you guys know, I always do my research, okay? I just don't like making sounds that I think sound cool and pulling them in the pack. I want to make sure they're usable and that they fit essentially a specific style, so that I know when you guys use these, you're going to find that you can use every sound in a distinct track in a certain place, and that's what I want. Okay, so obviously I'll go on Spotify, I'll go on YouTube and hear some live sets from people with like released tracks and unreleased IDs. And on Beatport Top 100 just to get an idea of what is the meta for the current sound. Other than that, let's get started. So, first sounds we have are going to be the ARPS. Now, the ARPS are not meant to be played like, you know, Stranger Things up in here. It's more going to be payout synths that are hitting 116 rate. So, that's how you're going to want to use it. For some reason, I like to play them really low, but if we go higher, I don't know. I personally think they sound more badass lower. From there, we're going to go to probably one of my favorite sounds after this. This one's called Dark Movement. God damn, I feel like a DJ. Okay, this is my favorite sound. Square Pay Me. It's inspired by Don't Blink, a track they have on Myth of Nyx, where they kind of brought this techno sound into play, which is a 7th sound, which just sounds very good. And this is what Diva is really good at doing. And I am running this in Divine mode, by the way. Just such a clean sound from Diva. That's one of the reasons why I decided to make a pack, because for tech house and techno, I think it's amazing, man. From there, Square Saw Noise. So this is a patch inspired by Side Piece on their Deep End remix. They have this as a payout synth, which sounds a little anticlimactic, but they make it work. The track is a little bit more mellower. From there, we have a Super Saw Climax inspired by Chapter and Verse. Now, Chapter and Verse is one guy, and he's been doing this like weird infusion of tech house with future rave or trance. So you're gonna hear some trance kind of sounds in this, especially with the leads and one of the plucks. But that's where this comes from. Okay, now I promise this is no techno pack, even though it does kind of sound like it. But yeah, that's going to be good. From there, we're going to move on to the basses. Now, in the basses, there's going to be a total amount of, I want to say, at least 30. And the way they're going to sound like, again, my goal is to make them sound fat and unique to an extent. So the first one we have is 7 Squares in 90s house. Okay, from there, we're going to go to probably one of the fatter ones in the pack called Fat Sustain. Now, usually when I make my bass lines for the packs, I do run Votsengo Span a lot. And the reason for that is that I'm looking for a particular frequency response, which makes your life easier, hopefully. And it's this roundness, fatness. And I also want to make sure that when I play it at very low octaves like C, that 1, power is still there, and 2, you can hear it. And I promise you, I hate when people make packs and they have basses where they're not made properly. This is high C. If you want more of a lighter, funnier, like chill kind of sub. But if you want to go down into the depths of raveology and whatnot, you can't beat that. That just sounds amazing in my opinion. From there, we have FM bass. A very amped up bass. From there, I think Friends for Life is probably my other favorite one. Again, you're going to find the theme. I don't know what the hell I'm playing, but again, that's the bass. From there, heavy one. Okay, more basses. This one's heavily layered from what I remember. I think it has like 2 kind of patches there. We can probably do this. But there you go. That's going to sound a lot better. There's a reason why I did that. From there, we have no Deceiver here, which it's the Deceiver sound in Diva. There's a distinct difference, though. And obviously that difference is the tonality of it. I just found it really hard to remake in Diva. I tried utilizing the UV and all kinds, but it's probably the closest I got to it. Which I think is a really kind of cool sound to go from there. From there, we have BA1 saw, which is probably one of the fattest saws you're going to hear. Again, if you find it's a little too much, guys, I do recommend at least learning a little bit of Diva so you can shape it. Let's say you want this sound, but you just don't want it as filtered. You can either, one, move this guy envelope 2, or you can move the cutoff more lower. Alright, so just the basic saw bass. Diva, when it comes to those basic patches, is really just good. Ranger, very unique bass, has a certain character to it. From there, sustain me that. Okay, and then we have some thumps. So and a very safe tech house bass. From there, we move on to the chords and the leads, where I feel Diva is amazing. Like, the tone you get with Diva when it comes to this stuff, you're gonna hear, it's just, compared to Serum, it's just like, what the F have I been doing in Serum? This first one's 7th Heaven. That just like already sounds very juice. Like, not a lot of processing is needed further than that. Analog. Like, come on, man. That's like a sound, like, just sounds already full of life, like crazy stuff. From there, last one I'll show, maybe who called Deep Prog. Okay, and then there's another really cool chord step that I put in the leads for some reason, but we'll get to those in a bit. From there, effects. We have a couple. Basic laser. That's like essentially Diva's 4K compared to Serum, so 4K laser. Flute build. It's from a track I had that I showed in the live stream, which a lot of you guys liked, and you asked for the bass and some of the sounds, so I decided to just put in because I did utilize Diva for it. Usually what I'll do once I get done with a pack is just use the sounds and put it, like, start playing around with them. From there, funker noise. Okay. Generic laser down. Lasers. I really like this one. It just gives me very old school kind of analog dark techno vibes. So from there, we're going to move on to the lead. Now, here we have 2, and I do have to delete this one because I did do like a variation to it. So this one's going to be called Lead Ain't No More Saw Drop 2. Let's play it in the right octave. From there, all right. Ashes. This one you gotta use the mod, but I'll show you guys what it sounds like. Again, Diva leads just sound amazing. This is where the money's at. Backstage. That's just so clean. Bootleg Dreams, chapter and verse inspired. Rock on, man. He did like, I think it was a remix or a bootleg of it, so that's where this one comes from. From there, Brassy Times. can also Chanel Swag, which is gonna be from Chanel Tres. The song Top Down. You know, rolling with the top down with my homies and your babe, your mom. Okay, so that's what I'll say it. All right, chapter verse. Okay, yeah, I think you guys already know that. From here we have probably one of the patches I got asked more about when I teased it on my Instagram. Just a patch with a lot of dynamic to it and a lot of life. From there we have, yeah, this one, brace your ears. I'll give you a chance. Alright, so the funk, there is a demo for the pack, by the way, where you can hear it more used on how I would use it in a tech house song. You can check that out. Alright, so this one was pretty gnarly to make just because it was so hard to get that tone from the Dom Dalla Moving Blind track. So I did put it in this pack. Disco string. From there, just a basic solid which can work on top of a track. Yep. House Nights, I really like this patch. This is a sound that's should be more in the background of a track, but it just sounds great. Like, I like it a lot. From there, let's see, what's another one? PayPal, I think it's really nice, kind of payout synth as well. Short rave song. Sync LFO down. And then finally, Ash's Pluck. Which again, chapter and verse inspired, guys. So those are probably going to be some of my favorite patches that, as I saw, just caught my attention to go to them. But again, there's going to be a lot more to kind of explore in this pack because it's 130 Diva presets. The pack doesn't contain construction kits or samples. It's just a Diva sound set, and the price will reflect that, of course. So if you guys want to support it, you can find it over at evilsounds.com. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I did run this in divine mode, so again, try that as you're going through them. Other than that, you guys take care, and I'll catch you guys next time for another video. Peace out, and much love to you guys, and thank you guys so much for the support these past few years. Honestly, my life as a sound designer, my career in it, I say is very successful, and I'm glad that you guys enjoy the work. You guys keep me going, and if you have any requests, you know, always leave them in the comments. They do play a role in what decides like what's the next pack is gonna be. Other than that, guys, I'm dead, I'm tired, and I'm just gonna go chill for the rest of the week. Take care and peace out.